I don't know. I don't know why you would do that. It sounds terrible. You'd suffocate or be crushed to death or just get stuck and starve to death. No.
Hello. How nice, Lise. pleasure to see you. A pleasure indeed. I am Gary, a great sage. In my day, anyway. I'd hoped to ask a favor when one of your ilk came along. A strapping young tarnished, able to cross the scarlet swamp of Aeonia. Don't fret, I'll provide fine recompense. Should you accept, I will teach you the secret of Celia, the town you see there. Ah, then you are willing to lend a hand, are you? I need your help to heal a certain young girl. Her name is Millicent. You will find her beyond Celia, resting at the church atop the cliff, stricken by the rotting sickness. Oh, you found the as promised. I've detailed the secret of... Go on. Now let me have a look. Well, this is the work of a true artisan, a meticulous, bold craftsman who grasps... Can you give me some time? As well made as it is, it won't be much use snapped it. Can you give me as well made...
that I would like to share with the group is that, as you probably have heard John mention several times, he has started a
Sick. Let me just find this last thingy.
like-minded healthcare industry supporters to really focus on this issue of Medi-Cal base rates. And that coalition has taken on a life of its own. It has several different groups who are a part of it and several different leaders now who are supporting
I don't have to talk.
And the update that I'd like to share with you all is that they have created a communications work group. So Penny, Francisco, James, and I are all on that work group, and the work that they are doing is going to align and dovetail with a lot of the work that we're doing. So a lot of our work will be able to point to that coalition. So that was another big accomplishment that has occurred since we last met. Before I start talking about monthly updates, are there updates that you have that folks on the phone have that anybody would like to share on status of projects or any updates that you would like to share with the rest of the group?
Sherry, I have one, unless someone else wants to go first.
Go right ahead, Sherry.
It's not that exciting. It's actually kind of annoying, but I'm going to share it anyway. So I learned today that we were going to do a series of legislative briefings and meetings one-on-one, and we're still planning on it, but I think the main thing is, and I haven't talked to John, I haven't followed up with John on this, but today we were talking about getting a meeting on hospital funding issues with the Latino Caucus and or the California delegation caucus at the state level. But this ties back to the work that the coalition is doing. And at this point, the coalition has made the decision that only principals will hold specific meetings with legislators on the MPO tax from the perspective of the coalition. And the reason is, and I do agree with the reason, I just hate to shut out of it in there, but the reason is they don't want individual lobbyists like Ultimate or LA Care to get sideways with the coalition's messaging. So only, like I said, principals like LHCC, the association, will be doing those type of meetings. We still likely will do some meet and greets where we just kind of drop the subject in, but we won't have specific meetings to the MCO tax and where the hospital or where the funding should go. Again, I haven't talked to John to see if he's in agreement with this, but I think he is, because that's what the coalition decided, and I just learned that today in another meeting I was at. So we won't be doing as many briefings specific to just hospital funding. There'll be meet and greets where we just mention that. So I'll stop there.
Thank you so much. And one quick question. So who are those principals? Is there a list? I mean, I know there's a list of organizations that are part of it, but who would those groups be? Do you know?
Basically on the letterhead. You know what I mean? The letterhead of the coalition. Yeah, okay. It'll be them. I know we're on it, but we will fall under LHC, and they will be doing the meeting. So it's really the trade association, not individual organizations, like LA Care, Ultimate, things like that. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I'll get you a specific list, though. Okay.
Later, Joe.
Great. And I know another big update from government affairs is you have your legislative briefing coming up with you, or Pretty like to share about that?
I'm going to start, and then I'm going to let Pretty get to the details, because that's another area where I think we might change a little bit of direction, because I thought more about it, and this group is welcome to provide feedback, too. We were going to focus on, Medicaid redetermination is going to be a huge part of it. Phoenix doing that.
Oh, there it is.
But then with John and Dr. Amin, we were going to focus on Medi-Cal funding issues. I think what might communicate better, and again, I'm looking for feedback for that, would be
Let me watch this video.
Go back and let's do the presentation that we do for health deputies. So we'll talk about, the two-plan model, all the boring stuff first. Then we'll get into the fun stuff like the opening of the CRCs, the IHSS worker program, the scholarship program.
That's so cool.
Can be brought into a lot of those discussions more in the background than a specific presentation. And then I even went so far based on our call this morning, Francisco, we could actually even then showcase maybe some of those interviews that we did with one of the scholars. Maybe, I don't know if we did the
Okay, so you'll fly Radon tomorrow morning then, since you're busy.
presented before the board about the IHSS program, things like that, and we could actually showcase that at the same time. And I think that may have more value with the staff level than just talking about funding issues so narrowly. So I'm really looking for feedback on that idea.
This is James. At least on the PR, earned media outreach side of things, we've kind of similarly minded been pitching under the Elevating the Safety Net initiative over the last couple of weeks as really, obviously a halo for LA Care and its endeavor to drive more providers into the safety net, but also the flip side of that coin, and what we're really trying to drive at, is that it's because of this abysmal funding that providers it's exceedingly difficult to recruit providers to serve the safety net because they're sacrificing, hundreds of thousands of dollars theoretically a year, altruistically, when they can go down the street and serve a better payer mix. So that's kind of the same track that we're pursuing over the last couple of weeks, if that's any value or use.
Okay, all right, great. So, okay, I'll work internally with the team, and we'll figure that out in the next few days because that's coming up soon. Pretty, I don't know if anyone else has anything to add. Great. If not, I'll move on to Pretty to talk about just the
small
basics of the session.
Yeah, so I don't have anything further to add. I agree with Sherry. I think it is better for us, particularly this audience, that we focus on kind of a similar presentation like we're doing with the health deputies, because a lot of these individuals that are going to be attending this are new to the offices, and so they aren't really that familiar with the LA Care, so it might be nice to provide them. So I think that's the way we should probably handle this agenda, and then just loop in a little bit of the language. I think it's important for us to at least give them all highlights of all the neat things to do at LA Care. But other than that, I don't really have anything further to add to this. I mean, Sherry pretty much covered it. It's going to be an hour and a half, and I hope it'll be engaging. So that's what we've got on that right now.
Wonderful, thank you. And I think I'll add my 2 cents, which is I like the idea of sharing all the positive stories about ESN and CRCs, and we can talk offline because we have tons of content, tons of videos that we can share. I do think, however, the flip side of that coin that James described, which is the low Medicaid death rate, does need to be weaved in, and maybe it isn't a 45-minute presentation, but the fact that that is an issue and a barrier for these individuals' constituents is probably, I think, a valuable piece of information for them to know.
Agree.
Okay. And speaking of that, I think the other thing that I will share is that we are working on the Mythbuster fact sheet that had been previously discussed, and Sherry is still in draft form, but I think hopefully by next week we'll have something before we send it to marketing, get designed. We'll share it with you and a few other folks to make sure that it's what you need for
just got buffered, bro.
So more to come with that. Thank you. Any other updates from folks?
Hi, Misty. It's Linda.
Hi, Linda.
Hi. I wasn't sure if you could hear me. I sent you a retweet that I saw Monday from Ask, Blaming Health Plans for the Hospital's Financial Woes. And the other thing I wanted to mention is that you said you were having an event in Conference Room 100 on the 31st, but it's not on the schedule. So, just letting you know.
I know that we have, so I guess the question is who owns that, because we have requested it on the 30th and the 31st, and we're told that it was approved. So if you have a different schedule, then the receptionist people, I think we want to make sure that...
Yeah, I'm not seeing it. If you make the request through Outlook, it should come to us.
Right. So you're the one who managed that, not the receptionist?
We have historically, and because we don't have board meetings down there anymore, we've asked for facilities to transition it back to the receptionist, but I haven't been notified that that's happened.
Okay. Thank you for that call out. I will certainly have Amy follow up on that, confirm that we have meeting space for our meeting.
Oh, it seems available.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, they
don't
told
see
us
anything
it
on the
was
schedule.
accepted, so. Okay. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. Thank
This
you.
is James. I'm sorry, I'm on the phone and I can't tell if somebody else had their hand raised. I'm happy to wait. Somebody else is waiting.
I'm checking right now. I don't see any other hands raised. Go right ahead, James.
Okay, and forgive me if this isn't the appropriate venue, but I am curious about the interplay. I realize that there's limitations on how much we can say in craft and external.
Yeah, James is a mark.
With regard to some of the specific elements of development in Sacramento. But I'm curious about the interplay with sort of the saber rattling, and we've done some outreach to some of the Beltway reporters, from the Times, New York Times, and Washington Post, Wall Street Journal, the folks that are tapped into what's happening broadly, more broadly nationally in Medicaid. Anything that we should be mindful of, or I just would hit me flat-footed if some news drops out of D.C. that has implications here and how we could potentially leverage that? Or a question.
Right. One that I will hunt the government affairs.
Is that directed at government affairs? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm just curious what to make of what's developing on the Hill, if we've got line of sight, and what might happen in our state, say, over the course of the negotiations that are ongoing.
Okay. I think I can answer that question. Are you kind of talking to about the MCO tax and what's going on at the fed level with our specific proposal?
Well, I realize that the MCO is one of those issues that is kind of in sensitive territory. So I'm more curious about how we can speak about this issue, from a national level. About, safeguard.
Okay.
Do we have any anticipation of some concessions that the administration might make to get past the debt ceiling on Medicaid?
No. I think that goes by federal law. And I will tell you, 3 weeks ago, they were like, hell no work, this is a non-starter, the Medicaid work requirements aren't going to happen. They're now showing that there is potentially a possibility for a more...
No, James is like this dude who handles our PR for us. He knows what he's doing.
It's not Medicaid, work requirement, it's tax requirement.
I just was referencing the song.
Hours in order to get down. Evidently, some states have that in place now. A work requirement for Medicaid, but a work requirement now. So those are the 2 things that came out. I am in contact, but not today, with AHIP. If anybody knows what happened or what maybe the discussion was between the president and the speaker today when they met, will be AHIP. So let me check in with our Medicaid people and get back to you. I'm sorry, not our, with the AHIP people, and see if they've heard anything.
Hello.
And then I'll
Are you
check
picking
with
up the kids?
as well.
The work requirements would be huge, so that's definitely
I love you.
to be aware of. Yeah.
And we have, just as I know, we have weighed in with the California delegation, Republicans and Dems on, please don't, harm people for all the reasons why. We've also weighed in on the SNAP requirement.
James says hi.
Under consideration. Even the Republicans in California
She said hi.
are supportive of it. It's important that we weigh in with them, but we're preaching to the choir with them, but we're going through the steps anyway.
Yeah. That could be another potential bed we could work out.
Is it just me or does everybody on this phone laugh in an annoying voice?
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, or, the polar differences based on the coast you're on in America, right on the West Coast, we're proposing increases to certain professions in Medicaid, while on the Hill they're talking about further limits to it. So, an interesting juxtaposition.
What does that sound?
Okay. Excellent.
Where are you going?
Before we wrap up this section, any other? Mind going on mute? I think there's a few people not on mute, and I'm hearing a bit of an echo. Thank you. So our plan is to give Don, JB, an update on a monthly basis of progress that we're making. And how I plan to do that is sending him a copy of this document. The
JB is the CEO.
Friday of every month. So what that means is that we are going to need from you all updates to your tactics and deliverables by the last Friday of the previous month. Which would be, in this instance, this Friday. So normally what we're going to be doing is we're going to be
I have like 3 meetings a day every day.
a reminder on Mondays, and since we're going to have this meeting today, we decided to wait until today to share this rather than send that out in an email and we can answer all the questions. So we're going to be normally sending out an email request on Monday for deliverable on Friday. And we want you to answer 3 questions in bullet. And those questions are, what has been accomplished based on the deliverable, what is currently in progress, and what's next, or what's on the horizon. And so, for example, a good example of that would be for the member stories that you see at the top. What's been accomplished is that we have completed one TRC member story about a mother who attended
that was me.
classes,
I posted that.
member who attended TRC classes.
She was pointing out my work.
And
That's cool.
helped her children with bullying. What's in progress is that we have an update with a fantastic member story that occurred 5 years ago. For those of you who were here, remember Melissa, who was housed for a House for Health commitment. Her twins are now 5 years old, and we were able to find her, track her down. Penny and Jose were out yesterday in the field, meeting with her again and doing a follow-up interview. And then what's next? So you give an update of the future plans that we have for this space. So those are kind of specific examples of how that would work. Please note a couple.
Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. She was such a good interview, the mom and the baby. I'm so excited to see that.
Yes, her babies were adorable, and we'll get to see them. Penny says they're still as cute as ever, so fantastic. So yeah, so that's what we're going to be looking for. A couple things to note. One is that this may change, right? So we're gonna try it this way, and we hope that it works. If we find that it doesn't, we will work with this until we find something that does work. We were originally considering a SharePoint file where everybody goes and makes their own updates. However, I know a lot of people really resist using SharePoint, and because we need this to happen, we need to have it in a timely way. We figured it would take more of the burden on to get those updates from folks and make it as easy as possible for you. So what that means, though, is that I need you to commit to getting us those updates on a regular basis. So when you see that email come through, please go ahead and respond right away. I will be sending all of this out in writing tomorrow as a reminder, but you'll send those emails to Amy and to me, and Amy will update the document accordingly. And we'll try it this way for a couple of months, see how it works, and if we need to tweak things along the way, we will do so. Any questions about that? Alright. So the final thing is a roundtable opportunity for folks to perhaps have questions or want to share other updates or wins. And we actually have today representation from health services, Dr. Anita, Dr. Kagan. So would be welcome to hear from you as well. If you were not able to join us, or David said you were here, but Dr. Anita, you were not. So you guys have to share.
Sorry, no, specific. I think that all the angles we're doing are right, and anything we can do to advocate with our network, figure out how we can find areas of common ground, I think will go a long way in our strategy. Because I think we're always kind of butting heads. I think you've highlighted a lot of areas, especially on funding, where there's common ground potentially.
Thank you.
I'm happy being here from my end. Supportive of the process you guys
Wonderful. Thank you both. All right. So really that's the meeting in terms of next steps or action items. We'll be sending that email out either today or tomorrow, just with the instructions about how to update and provide us with your updates, what bullets to include. This is a 5-week meeting for now. We will be meeting again in 2 weeks. And it will follow a similar format, and at some point in the near future, we will determine if we move to a monthly cadence. This ever reminder plan has been activated, and we should be working on these deliverables. And so if you need guidance or you need feedback from me, especially from my team, let's reach out and start getting some of those meetings kicked out. Any final thoughts for folks before we conclude? Noah, were you back?
11 seconds. No, I wasn't trying to unmute. I am unmuted. I have nothing to add. Sorry for joining. A few other things.
Of course. Glad you could make it. All right, well, with that, we'll conclude today's meeting. Enjoy the gift of time, and be on the lookout for that email. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.
Thank you very much, Misty.
Bye-bye.
Fuck this dragon. Bet you he's allergic to something, but I don't know what it is. Oh my god. Eat! Hey, bud. Weeeeee! I'm not gonna make it! Leave! Whoa, wowie. Oh shit. Oh my fucking god. Oops. I wonder if I could post that girl up here. I probably can. How do I grab more of these? These bad boys. Three's good. Alright. You, sit right here. Do not fall off. Go to her, she's shooting arrows at you. What should be OP at that operator? She might be the only one that stays put where you leave her. Poke you in the eye. So that's the summon we have. It's that girl who was next to that sneaky ass dog. And she stays wherever you put her. And I realized that not in my last playthrough, but in this playthrough. So I posted her up there. Oh no! Damn, that was a good spot for her. Oh no. Fucking trucker. Ugh. It was this guy, this dragon, just fucking... You'll see when you face Melania, it's like... Scarlet Rot's just too annoying. It's like... You're alive and then you're not. Like... You have full health and then you just straight up die. By the way, I upgraded the hammer and the club. I feel like dual wielding is kind of sick. Go! Come this way. So you got me last. Oh, fuck. Nope. Just keep chugging it. Just keep chugging it. I have the antidote, bitch. Since we lit up the antidote. Gotcha. That's the wrong move that time. Buddy. Melania has this one move where she turns into a flower, and if you're anywhere near the flower, you just fucking die. Like if it's touching you at all, it's just you're dead. You're just Scarlet Rot and then dead. And it's so infuriating. I can't wait for you to play Melania, because it's like you won't see what it does coming, so you have to die to that flower once. Like there's no choice. Because it's like, oh, that's a little flower, and then all of a sudden it's huge. It's like the biggest flower ever. What would you like me to upgrade, Lee? Look how neat this is, by the way. This is how neat we've been. 25, 10, 30, 40, 10. Or, I'm sorry, 20, 10, 10, 10. And we have to fuck it up by upgrading one. Strength's gotta be 50. By the way, people make fun of people that have their shit like us, where the endurance is higher than the vigor. I think the punchline is like, well, people walk around like this and wonder why they can't win an online battle. Yeah, I agree. But it's just funny that we're doing the meme. But there is caps in this game, I'm just gonna say that too. There's like a hard cap. Like at some point, because when you upgrade, right, it'll be like, oh, I can't even show you. Your attack for this weapon goes from, 350 to 356 or something like that. There's a soft cap where it starts going 350 to 353, where it's like, okay, I only got 3 for that 1 XP. And then there's a hard cap where it's like, I leveled up 1 time and I got 1 attack, you know? So it's 350 to 351, and then you're like, alright, let me upgrade something else.
Buying or selling?
I like how this says champion. Great helm. Champion Pauldron, that's like that's the fucking God of War one. Which one do you like, Lee? Like any of them? Champion Bracers? Champion. Alright, let's get it all. Fuck it. Just because it says champion. Nope. I'm gonna spend what we got in the bank. This is why we save them.
Not finished yet.
You be well. Don't tell me what to do. Champion headband. Terrible. Oh, don't worry, it protects you against lightning. Terrible idea, Lee. I love it. Look at you. Look at you, Lee. Look at you. You don't want it. Let's find someone who wants it, Lee. That's the road to the Red Main. Now we're weaker. Let's go find a fight. Oh, fuck. Yeah. We're grand champions over here. These birds, when like 4 gang up on you, they might be the toughest thing to do. I will not heal. I'm just gonna heal. Fine. Just because I don't want to walk. Not that I'm gonna get touched again. Whoop. Gotta run that one. What's that down there? Damn, every once in a while I'm playing for you and I'm like, I know I've never been there. Windy crystal too. I really want this girl who works with me to get my job because she's a friend and because she has a child who I've grown fond of. I met her child twice. And because she deserves my job. But I can tell they're trying not to give it to her. So I'm gonna look at her resume for her and basically get her to lie. I don't think she's a big liar. She's very nice. Deserves, yeah, I know. I endorsed her verbally. I said, I would prefer... I was like, you guys could do whatever you want, but I would say give Candace my job because no one else can do my job. I mean, if it was me, I wouldn't feel comfortable with this person doing it because they don't get technology and she does and blah, blah, blah. Fuck. Yeah, the lying thing. Women don't lie. Well, that's not true. Wait, why would I say that? That's not true. But I wasn't assistant manager at fucking, you know, insert place. But I was an assistant manager. So why would I say that I was assistant manager? Oh, you mean like just say that I was? Like, you're not saying, like, not lie, but like fib? Is that what you're saying? Like fib? You want me to fib? You want me to embellish on my resume? Just a little. Like, no, I want you to lie. Why are we beating around the bush? I'd tell you to fib if I didn't want you to take my job. You want me to just a little white lie? You know no one gets hurt, you know? No, I want you to fucking lie. God damn. Every girl I've ever worked with. Live your truth. Fucking... When that business closed down, something unlocked in me. And I was like, man, I might as well have invented that business. It just doesn't fucking exist anymore. I can say whatever I want about it. Enhances dodges. Gates. Fucking Scarlet Rot. Oh my god. Oh, and he's the best employee I've ever seen. I once told him that I fancied a Jimmy and he sucked my dick clean. And he can do that for you. Oh, did he manage employees? The top grossing team this company's ever seen, I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that for nothing. Alright? You were lucky to have him. You'll be lucky to have him too. In fact, what's your name, sir? Sir, you could put it on me. For sure. David Tello. If he's not the best employee you've ever seen, you could hold me accountable. Again, that's David Tello. She said, I said, how do you feel about lying? She said, I've told my little lies to get most of my jobs, so I don't really mind little lies. If it helps you, like, conceptualize this girl has a voice like a cartoon character. Like, very light and like dancing. I'm wondering if it's like the most aggressive code switching I've ever seen. No, not that. Because I wouldn't say Lilac was like a cartoon character. Lilac was like she was faking it. This girl, that's her voice. Or maybe Lilac wasn't faking it, but it sounded like she was. Man, you know that spider that jizzes all over people? I just got that as a summons. That's cool. I'm pretty sure I've never been here. There's a lot about Lilac that was hard to tell if she was fake, you know what I'm saying? That's you. Remember when she used to sneeze? Oh no, wait, that was Nzinga. Damn. Lonely. I am so lonely. That's funny. Am I gonna be one of them? No, no.
Hey!
Okay, my kids are home. Gotta go so they don't see any murder on here. It's been real. Been nice. We're done in the morning.